trip. They came home before evening, but they didn't come home that quick. And it was a scary ordeal for us. There was a time where I prayed, Lord, don't let me lose these guys. Owen is my trustee. He's my right-hand man at the church. He does everything. He's solid as a rock. Dustin is the nephew of Ricky Kruger, missionary to Argentina. And I think the Lord's got great things for him. They've asked that he would share his story, what happened from Sunday till Tuesday before retirement.
There you go. Okay, well, part of the river that went on, I knew that it was the worst that you could get in my area. Is getting, and I watched the weather for a week. I saw it was going to rain. It's the best time to go. Wasn't anything planned, just a pure general rush. And so I had never been there, just wanted to have some fun. And we went. When we got there, it was the worst water I'd ever seen in my life. And I was thinking, this is going to be real fun. And once we got going, I saw really how bad it was. The area where it was, it's just like a canyon. It's really small and a lot of volume of water going. And it's something that you really shouldn't be on at all. But we got going. It was nearly there, places where it was nearly impassable, and finally got us. There, the water is up in the trees where it's not supposed to be. And we went through a bunch of trees and lost our paddles. So we were literally going down there without a paddle. And so finally we hit each other's canoe. My grandpa, we were in inflatable kayaks and fell out in the water. And then it's just trying to stay above, breathe areas in the water. And yeah, after a while, my grandpa got out essentially flooded the canoes. And I was going down the river for a few hundred yards. Finally, I got sucked under, went over a rock, and just makes a big whirlpool. And it's just like a washing machine. I was under the water for about probably close to a minute. You know, I sucked in a lot of water when I first got up. I couldn't, you know, got out, got some air, couldn't breathe, and got sucked back under. And that's the first experience where I actually thought I was going to die. You know, finally I saw my canoe under the water, and I was amazed then. I did a lot of praying real fast. Crammed in a lot of prayers in a few seconds. And I finally grabbed hold of my canoe from under the water, and it pulled me out, so I made it that far. I got out of the water for a while. I wedged myself in between a tree on the side of the river where it was kind of going a little bit slow. I got myself out, you know, got composed. You know, so then I started thinking about what to do next. I ran up the river. My grandpa, he got out on the other side. So, you know, we were separated. There's no way we were going to get, I knew there was no way we were going to get together. So I hollered at him and told him that we were just going to have to walk out. I knew where we were going. You know, I knew where the river ended up, so there was no choice. I told him to just see him whenever we got to where we were going, and took off walking. I was carrying about a 50-pound canoe and a 5-pound boat. And I watched for, I was just trying to just follow the river. I walked for about 4 hours the first night. Just never stopped, just trying to get where I was going. And yeah, it's real hard. I got to, there are big streams and creeks that are coming down the mountains. It rains so much, it constantly rains, it never stops. And they're just almost as rough as the river. So there's one that I got to, I couldn't cross, so I said that I tried to find somebody to get across it for a couple hours. We couldn't. So I just stopped and slept in my canoe. You know, it was cold, I was up and went, and something you don't want to be whenever you're out in the woods. So you know, took everything off I could. It was wet, but I fighting my canoe, got in it, trying to stay warm. Just tried to get as much sleep as I could. And I had a rough time the next day. Got up early in the morning, just took off walking. Walked all day, climbed up the bluffs, through trees. There wasn't anything like out here. It was just pretty much straight up. You can see probably about 4 foot frame. It was so dense. You know, I never got scared the whole time. I was worried about my grandfather because I didn't know whether he was alive or dead. You know, he my life over a second without hesitation. You know, there's absolutely nothing I can do for him. I just constantly pray that I think that God would take care of him. He taught me about the stuff I do, so he would take hand on himself. And I remember telling myself, you know, I always pray that I knew that there was no way on earth that he would be able to make it out for me, but I prayed that somehow God would allow him to get out for me somehow, because I could last longer than him. And so finally, after I walked 13 hours the second day, and I had to stop again because it was dark. You know, I was pretty much dead. I couldn't walk any further. And so I got a good night's sleep. So I slept better out in the woods than I did at home. And so I got up real early the second morning, and I nearly didn't keep going because I was trying to want to sleep. But then I saw the sun. It was the first time I saw the sun up there, so that was what made me happy. So I kept going for a little bit. I was dragging a canoe bucket, and finally I decided that I'd leave it and try and run out as fast as I could. So I left everything I had, grabbed some car keys, and decided to get back. I didn't know if anyone was looking for us, so I had to go get help. So I took off, and about an hour later, I heard a helicopter, and finally I was flying around, and I finally flying it down. That made it happy. It was the first sign of life I'd seen. So, you know, then I knew that everything would be all right. Once they came and told me like everything was all right, you know, I was real happy to start, you know, praying. I was just praising God for what He did. And whenever I got back, it was joyous. I got to see people I had never seen before. You know, I got to, through the experience that I had, I was able to meet people I, you know, never even imagined I would. I got to see that I've changed so much people's lives through my story of having a meeting. I got to see that as I prayed for my grandfather made it a day out before I did. Which, you know, a 64-year-old man making it out for me. That's a God thing. That's amazing. It just told me completely changed my life. Crazy how, you know, being out there, I was completely alone, no one knew besides me and God for 2 days that I was in my life.